Hello, guys. Welcome back and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Please like and share this video. Hit the like button if you're coming in. Like this video. If you're catching me later on in playback, do me a favor and just hit the like button. Thank you so much. We have a lot to cover today. So we're going to be discussing the recently verified date of birth of Regina Daniels. We're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be talking about how Laila Charani, Ned Nwoko's fifth wife, is clapping back at Regina, and she's doing it so fiercely, okay? She has all this energy. So we're going to be talking about that. And what else are we going to be talking about? We are also going to be talking about how Ned is desperate. I think we should even start from there. So yesterday I was telling you guys about how all of a sudden they posted this video of Ned and his children, and the camera was hyper fixated on the kids with Regina. And fast forward to today, Layla, obviously, she's now posting a video of her and Ned, and she has a lot to say. Again, this is an act of desperation. This is an act of desperation. Ned should have just left Regina alone. You see, when Regina says she know they do again, Ned should have just left well enough alone. But instead, he decided, I don't even know what kind of a man who is more concerned about his political career, about his public image, than, you know, building his home and making sure that everybody is good. Because otherwise, the video that was leaked of Regina saying, "In my house, I'm a queen," or whatever, that video, Nate did not need to respond to that. He only responded because at that point, he doesn't care about anybody. He only cares about himself. And then he decided to malign the woman's name, calling her a drug user or whatever, which then basically led that one to be like, whoa, okay. So again, personally, I'm looking at this whole situation and I'm thinking the chicken has come home to roost for Ned Nwoko. You know, there's a saying in Nigeria, in Benin, I don't know if they say the same thing in other parts of Nigeria, but in Benin, where I grew up, they say, there's this thing they say that every day for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. This man, because of his ego, I guess because he felt like he is in politics now, he's untouchable because a bunch of other corrupt politicians will side with him, will defend him, will protect him. He was probably banking on that being the case. But apparently that has not been the case. Okay. So Ned posted this video basically to like debunk the narrative, but it's so obvious. We already know the truth. And I love how a lot of the Nigerians in the comment section are not falling for this. A lot of people see this for what they really are. They see this as just Ned doing damage control, recruiting whoever he's going to recruit. Okay, recruiting whoever he's going to recruit to like help him do his dirty biddings. All of the talk, interview epistles that he has written, none of them has mattered. And now he's now brought Laila Charani into it. And Laila says some things. I didn't read the whole thing. I just kind of perused through the post that she made. So we're gonna go over the whole thing in a little bit. But like, I'm gonna give you guys my opinion. She's a snake. A lot of Oyinbo women are snake, especially the ones that are with black men. They are snake. I never liked her and I never will, So I just see her as a snake. She has this sense of entitlement, maybe because low self-esteem having Nigerians are always in her comment telling her that she looks good and blah blah blah. She does filter, okay? Tell this woman to go without filter one day and then we can actually have that conversation whether she looks good or not. Okay, filter is like the saving grace for a lot of people. Yeah, so yeah, but a lot of people have low self-esteem. It doesn't matter if the person doesn't fit the mold, doesn't matter if the person doesn't reach that standard as long as the person is Oyinbo. Oh, it's okay. Low self-esteem. Those are the people that I beg to avoid my page because honestly, I don't need your engagement. I don't need your views. You are toxic. Stay toxic. Okay? How can anybody look at this woman and look at Regina and say this woman is prettier than Regina? Are you people okay? Are you una they meant? Una head correct? Anyways, let's go to the part where Regina's date of birth has been confirmed. Ned Nwoko, I'm waiting to see your excuse. So I'm waiting to hear your excuse. You're probably going to be like, I did not know. They lied to me. Oga, that is on you. If you are going to marry somebody that, first of all, you're going to marry somebody that young, if you're so disgustingly pedophilic to want to marry somebody that young, and they tell you that they are 18, make sure that you look their age to be sure. So that's no excuse. You knew exactly, in my opinion, Mr. Ned knew exactly how old Regina was. And that was why they all did their possible best to lie, cover for him, because the optics is not good. And I have seen a bunch of crazy psychotic elements. Yeah, I have seen a bunch of crazy psychotic elements who are trying to say, well, this is in the UK, you can marry somebody before they are 18 years old as long as they have parental consent. Are you people really mad? Are you people really that daft? I feel sorry for the small children in your neighborhood. If this is really the line you want to go with, so that means all the small children in your neighborhood have been victimized by you. Is that what you want me to believe? Because if I see anybody defending Ned Nwoko on this situation, like immediately my red flag immediately goes up and I'm just like, stay away from me. You are a weirdo. You are guilty of something. And that's the reason why you are bending over backwards to justify, to make excuses for Ned. Imagine them going as far as talking about how in the UK, you can marry somebody before they are 18 with parental consent. Hello, the UK and Nigeria, are they the same? Don't they have different laws? Don't they have different laws? There are reasons why these laws are put in place. There are reasons why the laws are put in place. So Showore posted this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Showore took to his social media and he posted Regina Daniels' passport, international passport, where it clearly shows her date of birth. Okay? It clearly shows that Regina was born October 10. October 10, 2001 was the date that Regina was born. That's her birthday. Okay? So, yeah, I'm sure that they're going to take a few days or however long to regroup and figure out how they are going to respond to this bombshell information. Yeah. All the losers that are twisting themselves in knots, trying to justify, trying to make excuses for this sick man. Something is definitely wrong with you people. Something is wrong with you people. They all lied. They all lied. If this man had left Regina alone, this information would not have come out. But when you arrest somebody's brother because you think you've been doing it to other people, why not one more? Why not your in-law, like you've been allegedly doing it to your own family members, doing it to your kinsmen, doing it to people in the village who allegedly told you to stop selling the land that belonged to everybody and pocketing the money? If you can allegedly have them all arrested, use the Nigerian police as your muscle to silence people, What's one more? What's one more? What's doing it to your brother-in-law, who's basically advocating for her sister so that you not go buy the sister for house and then come and tell story and probably get away with it? Because why not? So this was what Showore posted. Showore says evidence now available suggests that Senator Ned Nwoko traveled international with his now temporarily estranged wife, Regina, at a time. Wait, so why is Showore saying temporarily estranged? Does that mean that Showore is not sure if she will return back? The one that Showore said temporarily estranged. It's like Showore is not really convinced that she's done. It's like Showore is thinking that maybe there is a possibility of Regina returning back to Ned. And so he's mindful of the words of his phrase. And he's referring to the whole situation as temporarily estranged. Wahala too much. I mean, I see why he feels that way, because once the hits get really serious now, because these allegations are serious, the allegations that Showore is leveling against Ned, these are serious allegations, okay? Depending on what might happen, Ned might see how this is going to be detrimental to Regina. He might decide to make peace and promise heaven and earth and promise things that he has never promised before, and then Regina will eventually go back. So, like, I see why Showore is saying temporarily estranged, because, yeah, we don't know. We don't know what Regina is going to do from one day to the next. So, I guess that's an accurate phrase. That's an accurate way to phrase it. So, anyways, let me keep reading. It says evidence now available suggests that Senator Ned Nwoko traveled internationally with his now temporarily estranged wife, Regina Daniels, at a time when it's clear that Senator Ned Nwoko traveled international. At a time when it's clear that Ned Nwoko traveled internationally with his now temporarily estranged wife. Why are they repeating themselves? Sorry, you guys know I'm just reading it the way they're repeating themselves. Let me take a process. At a time when it's clear that Senator Ned Nwoko traveled internationally with his now temporarily estranged wife, Regina Daniel, when she was still a minor. According to record indicates she was born in October 2001, and that their marriage took place in May 2019 when she was 17 years old. Listen, this man could be slapped. Ned Nwoko could be slapped with a S trafficking crime. He could be slapped. Transportation of a minor for sexual purposes. These are serious allegations. This is why Ned is worried. This is why he's nervous. Because he can be slapped an allegation of transporting a minor for sexual purposes cross country, internationally. You see the reason why he's desperate now? You see the reason why he's pulling out all the guns? You see the reason why he's now like enlisted Laila Charani? You see why? So continue, it says record indicates she was born October 2001 and their marriage took place in May 2019 when she was 19 years old. Ned Nwoko changed Regina Daniels' name from Regina Namaka Favor to Regina Daniels. He, Ned Nwoko, obtained a fake INEC Nigerian voter card to conceal her age after introducing her to drugs to enable him to force himself on her. Hey, When it is worded like this, the guy is in deep type shit, according to Regina. Continuing it says Senator Prince Ned Nwoko has traveled with Regina to Jordan, United Arab Emirates, Egypt with her only passport showing she was underage when Ned Nwoko married quote unquote Gina, but for some curious reason never took her to England, the US, or Europe because he knew the implications. Yup. When it is spelled out like this, you're beginning to connect the dots, even for the slowest one that are Ned Nwoko supporters. Okay? Even they will be able to connect the dots. Let me read that one more time. It says Senator Ned Nwoko has traveled with Regina Daniels to Jordan, UAE, Egypt with her only passport showing she was underage when Ned Nwoko married her, but for some curious reason never took her to England, the US, or Europe because he knew the implications. This latest revelation raises serious legal and ethical questions that can never be ignored. The facts, as they are, point to a violation of both moral and statutory boundaries, and the truth will soon be fully public. No amount of influence or political power should shield anyone from accountability. When such grave issues are involved, crooked APC Prince Ned Nwoko is fully exposed now. So that's why what he wrote. In addition to that, he posted the proof, the evidence. He posted, somebody said, Showore don't hold Ned for blockers. I'm telling you, don't grab him for bola. People like that, people that are sneaky like Ned, you better grab them for bola so that they do not escape. So yeah, he posted the passport, I'm sure with the he posted a passport, like I said, I'm sure with the permission from Regina and her mom. He posted everything so that everybody can see the writing on the wall that this man married this woman when she was still a minor, which goes against the Nigerian laws. Okay. Does this law always get enforced? No, because a lot of families, they are not cooperative. They don't it's all part of it's all part of their plans. But in a situation where somebody's life, Regina's life, has now become um in a situation where there is valid reason to worry for her, this information is necessary to be exposed, to be released. So yeah, again, like I said, I am going to wait. I am going to wait. Somebody says only in Nigeria can these old timers abuse and get away with it. It's not only in Nigeria. This kind of awful behavior happens all over the world. Cannot be only in Nigeria. Just because a lot of people get away with it and you don't get to hear about it does not mean. Kimora Lee Simmons' daughter was recently seen with a man that was like 60 years old, and she's a teenager. I believe they were saying that she was not even 18 when she started dating that man. So it's not me. I don't like when they say only in Nigeria. This kind of things happens everywhere, and when they happen, they should be called out. Let's not single out Nigeria, because this is not something that is just synonymous to Nigeria alone. So, but anyways, like I was saying, you see now why Ned is basically freaking out. You see why now Ned is, enlisting Laila Charani to go on the attack against Regina. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. You see why, he's now enlisting her to go after Regina, and he's now posting all kinds of stories But what she just did was also admit that she also, anyways, let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me not even talk too much. Maybe I just share my screen for now to see what's going on. This is a sad situation. What I am happy about when it comes down to this situation is that people need to start realizing that there is no safe space for them. And nobody needs to realize this more than no one needs to realize this more than Ned Nwoko. So this was what Laila Charani posted. My thing is that if this was not planned, if this was not orchestrated, today is not today that Regina posted that stuff accusing you and others. Why is it that today is the day that you chose to? Because you guys have realized that the grounds are caving in. But this is what Laila Charani says. She says, "How dare you say that you ever gave me money? For what exactly? I am very contented with the provisions my husband makes for our family." I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this without breaking into serious laughter every now and then. It is so obvious that this was written by somebody who is handling Ned Nwonko's social media. They wrote this for her and they posted it. She says, "I am very contented with the provisions my husband makes for her family." It's so interesting how she's saying my husband. Madam, you're sharing this man with however many men, however many women are in that house. You're sharing this man. He's not your husband alone. There is nothing like my husband. You should be saying our husband. "I am very contented with the provisions my husband makes for our family. We should show Nigerians our bank account to see who is paying money to our account." Continuing, she says, "You also know that my husband completely hates alcohol, drugs, and smoking. He has always been clear that he will never accept any wife who drinks, smokes, or uses drugs. The only reason you are fighting my husband is because he wants you to stop." Oh, ma. Let's keep going. The only reason you are fighting my husband is because he wants you to stop your drug and alcohol addiction. It has always been a serious matter for him, as he neither smoke nor drink himself. You know too well that I almost lost my marriage when you introduced me to drugs 6 years ago, and it was my husband's quick insistence on intervention that rescued me from the dark path. Oga Ned, if you want us to believe this nonsense cockamamie narrative, what you are essentially telling us is that you are not in control of your house. If you want me to believe this your cockamamie nonsense that you people copied and pasted on what's her name's page, that means I am going to be more inclined to believe that you have no control of your house. And what does that say about you? That you have no control of your household. That means that you are biting more than you can chew. You are not able to manage your household. That is my narrative. If I am to believe, which I don't, okay, let me just say that now. I don't believe it. But if you want me to believe this, then you must be ready to accept my submission that you have no control over your home. That all these women are just running circles around you. That all these women are just playing you like a ping pong. Is that what you want me to believe, that you have zero control over your home? If a small girl that you married as an underage will then come into your home and be introducing the women who are like older than her, more than 10 years older than her, if she start introducing them to drugs, that means you are not in control of your household. And that means you should not be marrying women that you cannot be when you cannot be in control of your household. You're supposed to be the head. That means you're not the head. That means Regina was the head of the household. That's what you are inadvertently saying. So let me keep reading. It says, you have been a bad influence since you married into this beautiful family, giving drugs to nannies and our workers, including your younger sister, Destiny. You infected everyone with your virus, and this is why I will not trust my daughters around you unsupervised, especially when I found out that you were sleeping with every single girl around you. Kai! Mm, mm. So they are now accusing Regina Daniel of sleeping with women. Even I wouldn't even be surprised if that's happening. But I'm telling you, none of it will be happening without Ned Nwoko involvement in it. That's my opinion. Do I have any evidence to back this up? No. But just the way things are going, I feel like there were so many things that Ned was allowing to happen in that house. And in my opinion, he was also a participant. That's just my opinion. Because every single person that gets married knows that marriage is sacred. I don't care how many wives your husband have. Marriage is sacred. But if that kind of behavior that they are describing in this long epistle, if that kind of behavior is happening, the only way it can be happening is if Ned is involved and Ned is co-signing it. And God knows what exactly has been going on in that house is crazy. Hey, all of you that are looking at when I remember when Regina Daniels got married. I don't know, like anyway, I'll save that for another day. But yeah, you know, still alive. So she continues and she says, please go sort yourself out, seek help immediately, and continue with your rehabilitation and leave the other wives out of this. I say this not out of anger, but from a place of truth and concern for the level of lies that you are peddling for reasons that are known to you alone. She's fighting for her she's fighting for her survivor, madam. Madam, we already know you cannot fool Nigerians. Let me go ahead and see what the comments are even saying. Somebody says Regina shouldn't even try to drag any of the wives into her beef. After all, when this woman was having her own fair share of the marriage, she neither involved Regina nor drag her. Yeah, she did involve Regina. She involved Regina. She said that since Regina married her husband, everything changed. The man stopped giving her attention. She actually involved Regina in the in her whenever she was dragging Regina at that time. So yeah. So somebody whenever she was having her issues with Ned, she said since Ned married Regina, he stopped paying attention to her. That was what Laila Charani said. So continue. This one says this Ned write up. So this person is basically saying that this is Ned's write up. Our English can't be this correct. Ned is a boy in man's body. Another one says, I see what you did here. Spiritual husband no do reach this level. So Chinedu lawmaker, you allow your house to be used as drug warehouse, and it took a fallout between you and your ex-wife to make it public. You are guilty as well, Oga. Again, this goes back to what Regina was saying, that he encouraged it. This goes back to what Regina was saying, that he encouraged the drug use because he said it's made her or them or whatever more romantic. Okay? So somebody commented and said, so Regina 17 introduced you to drug, and how old are you then? Exactly. So as you can see, people are not buying what Laila is shoving. Okay? People are not buying what Laila is trying to sell. People see this for what it is. People see this as Laila coming out to defend her husband. And yeah, because the matter has really escalated. This matter has escalated. This matter has gone from just one thing to another at this point. And so, yeah, this is just reinforcement. And yeah, I wonder how many of the other wives is going to pull into his shenanigans. I wonder how many of them. I wonder if he's going to call them. I wonder if he's going to call on more wives to come and defend him. Like, this is so embarrassing. This is pathetic. Okay? This is so sad that a sitting senator, he's such a bad example. He is such a bad example, this man. Okay? He's such a bad example. So, yeah. But this is a sitting senator, and this is what is happening in his house. Clearly, he has no control over his house. Meanwhile, Regina Daniels is out there treating her brother to a nice time. Okay, let me go ahead and Regina Daniels took her brother on a ride on a yacht to celebrate his release. Let me go ahead and play this. I hope there's I share. So that's Regina with her brother. That's Regina with her brother. And yeah, basically just relaxing. Want to make him feel good about basically what happened. What is asking? She not missing her children. May she by herself. We already know, say that man is not going to allow her see her children. Not for the foreseeable future. He's going to torment her. He's going to be posting videos. He's gonna be posting videos about them to see to hurt her essentially. You know. So I don't know what Regina is going to do. I don't know what she plans to do about this, but who knows? Who knows? So yeah. But as far as this Laila Charani is concerned and this nonsense that she's trying to say, Madam, you are not you are not the first and you not be the last. We've heard the story, even from you, we've heard the story before. Even from you, we've heard the story before. Okay, madam. So I see, let me go ahead and share this. Okay. So I see people basically saying that, you know, she's on a yacht. Okay. Before people start accusing her of things, she's on a yacht. Typically, a yacht is not stable. A yacht is moves around. Okay. So before people start accusing her of sorry guys, I was going to refresh and I mistakenly did something else and lost the broadcast. I hope you guys are still here. So anyways, that's the update, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment, like and share. Is there something else? I think there's something else that I wanted to, or maybe I'll just save that for tomorrow. I don't know. Hold on, am I even still being heard? Let me see. I don't know. Okay. Okay, you guys can hear me. There's something else that I wanted to share, but I'll save it for tomorrow. Hold on. I'm looking for something, guys. Just bear with me. I'm looking for something that I wanted to include. And I don't know. Okay, I can't find it now. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I'll catch you later. Bye.